worship like a dog at the shrine of your life. I'll tell you my sins and you can sharpen your knife. Offer me that deathless death, the good God, let me give you my life.
What is up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Maximilian Must Know. Doing something a little different today as we're looking at a fragrance sent to me from a fellow reviewer and a friend, Rene. Many of you know this guy as a great reviewer. I think he's one of the best on YouTube, and he's taken that love and passion and is now using it to sell fragrances at Saks Fifth Avenue at the Bal Harbour Mall in Miami. Now, you guys have heard me wax poetic about Saks. They carry some of my favorite houses, including by Killian, Bond Number 9, the Dior Privé line, Joe Malone, Terry Mugler, the Cartier private line, and Clive Christian, among many others. I think some have Creed, some might have Frederic Malle. The service and selection at Saks is second to none. So I want to let you folks know that if you're looking for a special fragrance in that Miami area, do hit up the Bal Harbour Mall and see my friend Rene, or the manager at the fragrance and cosmetic department, Tina Khoury, at 9700 Collins Avenue in Bal Harbour, Florida. If you don't live in the area, don't worry, because you can either call Tina at 305-865-1100, extension 5293, or you can email her at tina__Khoury at s5a.com. Khoury is spelled Khoury. They will take care of you, lovely, and I'm going to put all of the contact information for Tina in the description of this video. And so basically what I'm going to do for you guys here is give my honest opinion on this fragrance that Tina and Rene sent to me. Rene, as a reviewer, knows how important it is that we retain our right to give honest and frank opinions, and of course that's what I'm going to do. And the scent that I'll be talking about today is called Clive Christian's V for Men. Now, I don't have a lot of experience with this house. I have a sample of V for Women. I love one for men, and I'll probably get it as soon as I win the lottery. And I came very close to purchasing C for Men when I was looking for a leather scent, but I did wind up going with La Yukawam instead by Rasasai. Clive Christian is a perfumer who acquired Crown Perfumery in 1999. Crown was a very old London perfume house that dated back to 1872. They were well liked by the Queen and decided to take her crown as their main logo. As of now, there are a total of 17 fragrances in the Clive Christian catalog, including one that is the most expensive fragrance in the world. But the one that I'm talking to you guys about today is called V for Men. And both the women's and men's version of this scent came out in 2012. The V stands for Victoria, which is Clive Christian's eldest daughter's name. She is also the brand ambassador for the house. Now, this one comes in a 50 ml bottle for $405. What you see here is the 10 ml travel spray. And of course, you can purchase that 50 ml bottle at Saks in Bal Harbour. You can go there, or you can just call them. The notes on V, which is classified as a spicy oriental, are citrus at the top, pink, black, and white pepper in the middle, along with nutmeg and iris. And in your base, you're going to get cedarwood, amber, frankincense, vetiver, vanilla, and oud. As far as your presentation goes, the fragrance for me came in this little Clive Christian bag with a little tag that talks about the fragrance, classifies it as a spicy oriental. Also came with a little brochure, information about the Clive Christian lineup, and then the bottle is very beautiful. It's 10 ml, as I said. I cannot believe how heavy this is for a 10 ml bottle. The cap is unbelievably heavy. It has the Crown Perfumery logo inside of it. The sprayer works really well. And in the front you have Clive Christian written, and you have that C logo in there. So wow, what an elegant presentation. Definitely the best 10 ml bottle I've ever seen. And the 50 ml bottle is no slouch either. It comes in like a coffin container, and it is very heavy as well. Now, at the top, this reminded me of two scents. One I got right away, one took a little time for me to place. The one right off the bat that this reminded me of was Poivre 23 by Le Labo, which is of course their London City exclusive. I do own a bottle of that. It's a pepper, incensey, and vanilla-based fragrance. So obviously, there are some similarities between this one and that one in the note breakdown. The other scent this reminded me of was Bois d'Incense by the Armani Privy line, and that is primarily an incense-based scent. So those are the two for frame of reference that I think of when I smelled this. Off the top with this one, you're going to get just the slightest inkling of a fresh citrus note. It's really faint, and it seems to be going within a couple minutes, so you have to look for it. And then you just get assaulted by these three different types of pepper. They are very much the main frame of this fragrance. If you like pepper, you need to take a serious look at this as a holy grail fragrance. I would say Poivre Samarkand by the Hermès line and Poivre 23 are right there with this as the premier pepper scents within niche perfumery. I get some spice in the middle as well. The nutmeg is definitely there mingling with the pepper. I don't really pick up the iris. Normally iris is easy to pick out because it's usually going to be buttery or creamy, but I think that the pepper here is just too assertive. What I do very much get in the base of this is that frankincense, which is a brooding and powerful frankincense. I also get a very dry, almost vanilla bourbon note and some rooty, earthy vetiver. So the main makeup of this fragrance for me is pepper and nutmeg on top of like a church-like incense with wood, vanilla, and vetiver. It is a very rich and sophisticated scent, not a scent for someone who's timid or wants to blend in. This is a scent for someone who wants to be assertive and take control and wants to be noticed when they walk into a room. It's powerful and it will make the wearer smell powerful, and it has a beautiful air of class and sophistication about it. This isn't a light scent that you just throw on and smell good. This is a thinking man's fragrance, and one with many different facets and layers to it. This is definitely cold weather juice. It's going to do its best in the colder months of the year, fall and winter, and I certainly would store this away once the warmer months start to come to pass. I think that while this is certainly made for a man, a woman could definitely pull this off, and I would find it pretty hot if a woman that I was dating stole a few sprays of this from me. I don't know that I'd feel very comfortable wearing this to work. You know, I might become a little self-conscious with incense scents. That's me in general. So it's going to depend on the wearer's comfort level. And that's just in general with these very sort of dark scents. I would personally wear this for dress-up occasions in the cold weather. I think this would pair beautifully with like a tux or a black velvet blazer. And while this fragrance doesn't last, well, it does last forever, it doesn't project in a beastly manner, and I think that's actually a good thing here. You know, this might be a little too much if it just leapt off the skin, so I think that just trickling off the skin is better when you have a fragrance that's sort of this serious. You know, I like to give alternatives to the fragrances I review in case you can't get them or don't want them. And I think alternatives to this would also be pricey though. Poivre 23, I think would be a great alternative. And I think Bois d'Incense are both very expensive, but they could be alternatives. I do think this one is better than both of those because I think this one has a little bit more going on with it than Poivre 23, and I think it's better blended and composed than Bois d'Incense. So if either of those appeal to you, I would take a serious look at V for Men. Someone trying to persuade you to buy this would probably tell you that for $400, you could literally have one of the most decadent scents in the world. If you want the best watch in the world, you're going to fork over about $1 million. Same thing if you want the best car in the world, right? A Bugatti. If you want the best suit in the world, whether it's Brioni or Turnbull or Acer or Vuitton, is going to cost you $10,000. And even if you want the best men's sneakers in the world, Louboutin or Ferragamo, they're going to cost you over $1,000. So what I've always said with fragrances is that you can have a collection of 3 or 4 of the best fragrances in the world for under $1,000. And if you like incense and pepper, this is one of the best out there. The presentation is beautiful, and the Clive Christian name is royalty in the perfume world. I think someone trying to dissuade you from buying this would probably say that at $400, dollars, you can get 2 or 3 very good scents, and that you really have to like incense and pepper to spend that kind of money on a fragrance that isn't entirely versatile and might not perform up to your expectations. Now, I don't give number ratings to fragrances that I receive without cost, but I'll tell you where I stand with this scent. I think it's excellent, and in fact, I wish I had bought this instead of Poivre 23, because I think there's more to it, and I think it's richer, and I think the notes just are better. I think that it smells more expensive. With that said, I don't know if this will be my first Clive Christian full bottle, because I have to take a look at their new one, L, and give a couple of others a serious look before I make a decision. But you guys know me, you know, I like to have at least one scent from each house in my collection, which is now 425 bottles deep. And this one is certainly in the running for the first Clive Christian purchase. The one thing that I really took away from this about the house is the quality that Clive Christian has when he uses his scents. The notes are always crisp and dense, and you can never get bored smelling the work of this house. And I think for me, that's the best compliment I could give to any perfumer, any scent. If it's challenging my nose, then that's what you're paying for. You know, you're paying that extra money because it's not just a scent that makes you smell good, it's a scent that makes you think and makes you appreciate what really good perfumers could do. So I hope you have enjoyed this review. As I said, the contact information from Tina will be in the description below. I'm also going to link to my friend Rene's channel as well, and they can help you with any of your fragrance needs. You know, same way I do with Decant Shop. I'm co-signing Rene and Tina at Saks, and you know, if you're looking for niche fragrances and they stock them, there's no better place you can spend your money, honestly. These people are so knowledgeable, and you know, they know what the right thing to do is to give people samples when they buy fragrances, so you can come back and buy more fragrances. So please do reach out, and if you have any questions, you can email me, you can get in touch with Rene, or you can get in touch with Tina, or you could just see Tina and Rene at the mall. As I said, hope you've enjoyed this. This was my review of V for Men by Clive Christian. I'm Maximilian.
You can sharpen your knife, offer me that